Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's CaitlinAnwyn and let's get it back into another speed build. So today I am going to be renovating the EA Caldera camp, which is the one right by the volcano with the volcanic activity trait. And in my Island Living Let's Play Lilo and Stitch Saving Sulani, a sim called Morforwyn Lemon is living in this lot, and she is the best friend of Lilo, and Lilo is thinking about moving in with Morforwyn. So I am renovating this build into a 2-bedroom lot so that Morforwyn and Lilo can both live here. This is going to be an Island Living only renovation as well, so anyone who has Island Living can download this lot into their game as well. It's just base game and Island Living, and it is still technically a starter home because I gave myself a 6,000 simoleon budget for this home because I thought it would be realistic for Lilo and Morforwyn to have that amount of money, because Morforwyn is level 10 in conservationist career, if you haven't been watching the Let's Play, so she gets a relatively good amount of money in, and I think Lilo's roughly halfway through her conservationist career levels now, so I thought it would be realistic to just give like a small budget of 6,000 simoleons for this renovation. And I really enjoy giving myself limitations and stuff with builds because sometimes I can go way over the top and I don't think it'd be realistic to move straight into a house like that. And I tried to keep it sort of off the grid, more sustainable living sort of style, and I didn't actually include a kitchen in this build. I took out the kitchen to put another bedroom in it. We're gonna use as little electricity as possible, I guess, in this build. That's what my aim for it was still sort of sustainable living. So we've got some nice things like actual lights and a bathroom if we need it, but it's pretty much an outhouse and I don't change much about that bit. So I really like taking photos of the stars and like time lapses of stars. I've got a Canon G7X Mark 1, I guess now you would call it, and I really love taking time lapses of, and that would probably explain why I always sort of take time lapses in my videos. So at the end of my Let's Play videos you'll probably see a like sort of time lapse of the area where they are. My favourite time of taking photos of the night sky was definitely the time that I went to Iceland for my 21st birthday. I went to Iceland with my mum and yeah, it was really great. We stayed in a hotel just outside of the main city in Iceland, Reykjavik, and we stayed in this really cool hotel, and our room was in like a sort of loft attic space, so it was like angled on one side. We were definitely in the roof, and the skylight, if you pushed it up and out, I guess, it would turn into a sort of balcony, so the like window part would lift up and there'd be like a railing around the gap where the window was. It's quite big. And I spent every single night with my camera in that balcony part watching for the Northern Lights, Aurora, I guess, whatever you would like to call it. And I think it was either the second or third night we were there. We could see the green, I guess, in the sky, and we couldn't really figure out what sort of, whether it was just clouds, because obviously we'd never seen it before. When I took out my camera picked up so much more than you could see with the naked eye. It was amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely cried when we figured out that we were actually seeing the Northern Lights, because I didn't really expect it. They always warn you that it could possibly not be there, that it could possibly just not come out that day, and yeah, it was amazing. It looked kind of like green clouds, It wasn't super defined like you would see on like TV and stuff, because even though we were outside of the city, it was still sort of light polluted, so it wasn't great the first time I saw it, but it was absolutely amazing that I got to see it that first time, and I was just in my hotel room. It was amazing. And there is my cat, Misty. She's been in a few videos. She sits on my lap helping me edit and record every day. She absolutely loves sitting by the computer with me. This cat can sit on my lap forever. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing, but I did get to go to a national park on a Northern Lights trip, like with a group who took us up to a part of Iceland that wasn't so light polluted. It was like absolutely pitch black out there, and I actually got to see it like how you would see it on TV then, and that was like a dream come true. I'm not gonna lie, the best 21st birthday present I could have ever asked for. It was amazing. Like the feeling you get when you get to see that is just insane. It's like a miracle. It's weird because you just wouldn't expect to feel like it's actually magic. It really does, because I sit in Wales and I just see the stars. Like, it is amazing when you see like the purple, blue, greeny colours going like waves across the sky. It doesn't stay for long, like a particular one. It goes off and another one comes. So it's like waves. It's absolutely beautiful. I will edit some photos in, you shall see, and they're all taken by me with my Canon G7X, and I did not have a tripod, so they're not super clear, but it's the memory, and being able to see it myself is the most important part to me, and I think it was magical. And I had a little bit of fun playing with the new live edit objects in this build because I ran out of money. To be quite honest, I gave myself a really small budget for this, and I ran out of money quite quickly putting a double bed in each room. But that was nice. Like, Lino slept in a tent for a long time, so yeah. Hello, Misty. She's agreeing with me. But I really like these live edit objects because they're free. So if you want to do a starter home budget build, you can use these items and they're absolutely free. So nice little cheat, I think, having fun items around. The only problem is that Sims will literally just walk through them. But these flowers that go around the pillars, whatever you want to call them, I can never remember the name of them. But the flowers that twist around them is absolutely beautiful. That was my favourite part. And plus the wonky fence is really funny because this is on a volcanic lot trait, so it's right by the volcano. So in my head, the fence was broken by the eruptions close to them. So that's why I placed some volcanic like rocks. I guess they're the things that pop up when your lot has an eruption, and I placed them by the fence right at the end to show like that it's definitely been like smashed in and broken. I amused myself. I was giggling to myself. I was building this. It's like the volcanoes ruined their lovely fence. And the mailboxes on that thing is amazing at the front. I really like them. The only problem is that live edit objects aren't actually usable and nothing will actually happen with that. So I did actually merge in a usable mailbox into it in the end because I couldn't find a place for the mailbox anywhere else. And that will actually work because the live edit objects are nothing to Sims. They just walk through them, so it won't be like placing two objects together with move objects. And this washing line, I seen this in the world when we first got Sulani and Island Living, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and I was like, why don't we have anything like this? We've only got, you know, laundry day washing line. And yeah, we ended up getting this update then. I was really happy. I can't believe like how many different objects that it came with live edit. I really enjoy using them, and especially when you're on a budget and you can use these items for free. Even all the plants, to get the price down even more, I got rid of the plants in around the world and used the live edit ones instead. So some of them were quite cheap, like 40 simoleons, but I saved those 40 simoleons and replaced them with live edit plants instead. Definitely a cheat for that budget. But I actually ended up seeing the aurora quite a few times when I was in Iceland. It's definitely a place to visit. I would definitely recommend visiting Iceland if you haven't. It was absolutely beautiful there. I went in autumn, so I went September-ish, so end of summer, autumn time, and it wasn't snowy or anything there, so it was still absolutely freezing. I don't really like the cold, and yeah, it was absolutely freezing there in September, so I couldn't imagine what it would be like in winter time when it's like snowing and stuff. I still froze my little tushy off. I was wearing like skiing salopettes, shivering. Come on in. Hello, Misty. But yeah, I also went into an underground ice cave. Wore one of those giant snowsuits and my lips turned blue, but that was beautiful, like amazing. And you can actually get married under there. Like, we went into a wedding ceremony thing. I'd love to create something like that in The Sims, but we have terrain editing and we have basements now, but I don't think it would be quite the same, would it? It's a pity that the cave in Sulani is basically a room and you can sort of go in there in tab mode and just see your Sims standing there. It's kind of boring, but I would have loved a little bit more gameplay with that. Perhaps something like the magic tree in Willow Creek. That would have been cool. I stuck with red, yellow and blue for the colour scheme. Red for Lilo, yellow for Morphorwin Lemon, the mermaid, which I have a Create a Sim video for. I will link that in the iCards, and yeah, I will link that in the iCards if you want to take a look at that. That's one of my most popular videos right now, which is amazing. Thank you so much for that. And the blue is for Stitch, obviously. So yeah, lots of reds, yellows and blues for my Sims in this build. And here we go. This is the Caldera Camp EA renovation for my Sims Lilo and Morphorwin. I really hope you enjoyed this build. I really enjoyed including the live edit objects in this house. I think that was one of my favourite parts of this build. Let me know what yours was. Have you used the live edit objects in builds yet? I'd be really curious to see what people have come up with, because there are so many different things that we've got now compared to before in just debug mode. It's amazing. I think it's really brought out a lot of creativity in builders, and maybe not all builders. Maybe some people have seen these objects and started building with them. That'd be really cool. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!